Hi guys, so this might be a long video because I'm going to go deep into this question so that if you have failed in your higher view interview, or maybe you're planning to do your higher view interview with Carnival Cruise Line, you'll have an idea of what to expect. And trust you me, most people who have done their higher view interviews, they will tell you they had prepared for something else. Whatever they had prepared for is not what they got in their interview, because in most cases it's not about what you think they will ask you. Anyway, this girl asked tips on how to pass assistant server. I did not pass my first applications. Okay, so when it comes to higher view interview, basically it's like a pre-screening or skill assessment test, okay, or your competence in that job. So what it means by pre-screening is that they want to know more about you. They want to see you. Obviously, you are going to record yourself on a video, so they are going to be seeing you. Secondly, they want to know more about you as a person, so they will see how you communicate because you'll be answering your questions. How good are you? How good are you at communicating? So don't go there when you're tense because it's not something out of this world. And in most cases, you'll find when you join the interview, when you're tensed or you are nervous, you might even forget your name. You might even forget the position you had applied for. Okay, I remember someone told me they forgot even to say their name. They could not remember their name, and sometimes it's normal, but you can always try to practice before the main interview, just to ease the tension. Okay, so as I've told you, pre-screening, higher view interview is more of pre-screening. I'm sure most of you have done pre-screening, maybe with Kozon, with Lillian. You'll note that they don't go. She does not go deep into like. Give me the job's responsibility, what were you doing, and all that. They'll ask you where you're working, they'll listen to you, what experience do you have, can I see your document, and all that stuff. So, but with Hive, they'll also be assessing your skills. And to respond to this, I'm also going to give you some examples of questions that you might be asked as an assistant server on a higher view interview. They might not be the actual questions, but they're somehow related, or even the question that you might get. So it's all about, they want to test how good you are as teamwork, if you're persistent, such kind of skills, okay? So here are some of the questions that you might get if you have applied for the assistant server position and maybe you're expecting your higher view interview soon. And mostly the question are five of them. In most cases, they might go up to eight, maybe because of the games and also depending with the position that you're applying for. But with assistant server, in most cases, that you find that they send you only five interview questions. And remember, always dress proper. You don't have to be in an official attire. For example, this is not official, but still it can work when it comes to like me doing the interview. Make sure that you have good lighting in the room. Make sure that your internet is well connected. Have a backup internet, and also have a backup lighting if you're doing your interview during like at night, just in case the power goes off. You will not be left in an awkward situation. So, for example, if I check this question, they ask, tell me about a time you worked as part of a group to achieve a team result. Tell me about the situation and what you did to help the team. So, in this question, you see they are assessing your skills in teamwork. How good are you when it comes to working as a team? So, I'm sure when you're doing your research, you never thought about such question, and that's why I've told you when I started this video. It's a pre-screening slash skills assessment. Okay, so that's the first question. So you have to give a situation. Okay, so this is something that you have to think. Tell me about a time you worked as part of a group to to achieve a team result. Tell me about the situation and what you did to help the team. So this is how you sell yourself when it comes to teamwork. You have to show them how good you are as working with the team, what you did, how that helped your team members, without making other people look bad. Okay, without making your teammate look bad. Okay, so that is the first question that you may get. Let me see if there's another question. There's another question where they ask you, tell me about a time you learned a new skill. What was the skill and what did you do to learn it successfully? Okay, please tell me about a time you learned a new skill. What was the skill and what did you do to learn it successfully? Okay, so this is something else you have to think in your area of the position that you applied for. They want to see how good you are, how competent you are, and so here it's about a skill. You know, in most cases when you're like working, you get to learn a lot of things that you never taught at school, and sometimes you can even learn a skill through, for example, maybe there's something that you saw and you wanted to learn about it. You didn't know how to go about it, so you decided to go to these online courses. Okay, there are these online, I don't remember the name of that online courses. It's very common and it's free. So you can say that you went to that website and you took a short course and you learned more about the skills and you practice the skill, and then you had learned it successfully. Okay, there's another question. I see my time is like moving very quick. So the third question is, think about a time you had to follow company rules during a difficult situation. Please describe the situation, your action, and the outcome. Think about a time you had to follow company rules during a difficult situation. Please describe the situation and your action and the outcome. Okay, this also tests about your persistence. Okay, so these are some of the questions that you'll get. They'll not be asking you what do you serve with this kind of drink and all that stuff, like those questions that we expect mostly in other like risk company first interviews. The next question that you might get is, imagine that your supervisor has given you a new task to do, but you don't understand the procedure. What would you do to complete the task correctly and on time? Okay, so this is also involving you like trying to talk with your workmate, like people that you're working with. You need to talk to them, ask them, do you guys know how to do this? How do I do it? And all that stuff. Okay, so it's all about your skills. And then there's the last one, that another question, last but not least, because these are not the actual questions that you might get, but they're some of the questions that you will get, or maybe the actual questions. So the last one but not least, please tell me about a time you had an unhappy customer and took steps to make them happy customer. Please describe the situation and your actions. So listen to this question again. Please tell me about a time you had an unhappy customer and took steps to make them a happy customer. Please describe the situation and your actions. Okay, so I have few minutes. You can try to slow the video, try to understand those questions, try to practice. Go on YouTube, you'll get a lot of tips on how to answer these questions. They have you questions, but remember, it's all about pre-screening and them assessing your skills. Okay, so I hope this video is helpful to you, and I'm wishing you the best in your next interview or in your next application. And for any other person who is planning to apply with maybe Carnival and they're expecting the Hirevue interview, so depending on the position you're applying, you will get different questions. Okay,